Almanor, back at our 980 WCAP studios. John Leahy along with Ken Cale here at the broadcast booth at LaLasha Park. Spinners enjoying a 5-0 lead. Hudson Valley coming up here in the sixth. They're going to send up the top of the order. Lee, Blanchard, and Conrad. Aaron Wilkerson, terrific again tonight. He's thrown 56 pitches through the first 5 innings. Here's Lee. He's grounded out twice. First to the shortstop, then to the first baseman. The first pitch of the inning is in there for a called strike, 0-1. We're going to get to our Today in Baseball history feature. And Ken, I'm glad you're here. We're going to have some nice nuggets.
All right.
And if you want to chime in on any of this, by all means. The pitch is upstairs and away. The count is 1-1. The start in 1930 on this day, July the 25th. Pitch here is lined over the head of Lopez in the right field for a base hit. It's going to be the 3rd hit of the game for Hudson Valley. And Lee with the leadoff single here in the 6th. Here's Cody Blanchard, who's walked and flied to center. He's 0 for 1. At Cleveland's League Park on this day in 1930, the A's pulled off 2 triple steals in one game.
Triple steals?
Yes. The double-triple took place in the first inning and then again in the 4th. Philadelphia beat the Indians 14-1. Now we may have an injury issue here as their manager, Parrington, comes out to have a look at Lee.
He pulled up very abruptly at first base after slapping the ball into right field and did not take any kind of a turn, just pulled up right at the bag and might have tweaked something.
And now the home plate umpire, Brandon Sheeler, will come down and take a look. They're evaluating him. Ken, I can't really ascertain what body part they're looking at here. It has not become clear or apparent yet.
I don't think I've ever seen 1 triple steal anytime, let alone 2 in
Absolutely,
1 game.
2 in 1 game. And the A's would only steal a total of 48 bases for the whole season.
Wow.
Lowest in the league, with the exception of the Red Sox. So again, Lee is being examined down at first base. Ken, did you see the lower body involved there by pulling up lane?
Well, it appeared as if he stopped very abruptly on the bag, and it looked a little strange, but it looks as if they're not looking at the lower body. It's very difficult to determine what they are.
In the meantime, Wilkerson going to throw some warm-up tosses just to stay loose.
Well, what an effort tonight for Aaron Wilkerson, and
absolutely shot in the arm.
Yeah, as they say, John, the best pitch in baseball is strike 1, and he's been ahead of most of the hitters tonight.
And of course, the best part is that it saves your bullpen going forward.
Exactly right.
Joe Oliver and I have had that conversation, and Wilkerson, for the 2nd consecutive outing, has gone pretty deep into a ball game. So the training staff for the Renegades heading back to their dugout all seems to be well with Lee, and he'll remain in the game at first. And here's Blanchard. He's walked and flied to center, 0 for 1. Lefty Grove picked up his 300th win on this day in 1941. Became the 6th player in Major League history to pick up that 300th win.
Will there ever be another 300-game winner in baseball?
Hard to say. So working out of the set here is Wilkerson. And pitch number 1 is going to miss inside for ball 1. 1-0. He joined Cy Young, Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson, Grover Cleveland, Alexander, and Eddie Plank, reaching the milestone. He beat Cleveland 10-6. He gave up 12 hits for his last victory in the big leagues. A 1-0 pitch to the plate. High pop-up into shallow center. Monhay coming in. And he's there. He'll put it away for the first out of the inning. Blanchard out on a fly ball to center. He's 0 for 2. Joe DiMaggio was elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame on this day in 1955. He retired with a .325 batting average.
He was a first ballot guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he was tabbed the greatest living ball player. Title officially placed on by Major League Baseball in 1969. Actually, let me answer your question here, because he was elected by the writers in his 4th year on the ballot.
Joe DiMaggio.
Fourth year on the
Fourth
ballot.
year of eligibility?
Yeah.
Now, the stats certainly did get better in those 4 years of retirement.
Absolutely. Here's the pitch. It's bunted down the third base line. That's going to be trouble. Betts was playing deep. His throw, however, is in time.
What a play.
Oh, Betts was playing back, and he still came in and barehanded it, threw it across his body, and he had plenty of zest on the throw to retire Conrad. Terrific play there by Betts. What a game he's having.
That really was. You know, the best I ever saw do that, across the body throw, charging in, barehanding, throwing across the body to first, without a doubt. And you're probably too young to remember this guy, John. But in my youth, watching Frank Malzone play third base for the Red Sox at Fenway Park with very few people in the stands in those days, but he used to make some miraculous plays like that.
What was that, like around the mid-60s or so?
Early to mid-60s, yeah.
I was born in 64. That gives you
you're a young guy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Here's Gillespie, and the pitch misses low. Ball one. Gillespie has fouled out to left, and he's flied to center. Roberto Clemente hit a ninth-inning inside the park grand slam on this day in 1956, a walk-off win for the Pirates over the Reds, 9-8 at Forbes Field.
I'm still getting over the fact that it took 4 years of eligibility to get Joe DiMaggio into the Hall of Fame.
I'm reading it right off the text right here.
I believe you. I just find it amazing.
Absolutely. Glenn Musial surpassed Mel Ott as the National League's all-time RBI leader on this day in 1962. He hit a two-run homer off Don Drysdale. A 5-2 loss to the Dodgers gave Musial 1,862 career RBIs with the Redbirds. The 1-0 pitch, curve, nasty one, cut on and missed for strike one to Gillespie.
I understand Stan was quite a harmonica player.
Yeah, so was Phil Linz.
Yeah.
Yogi Berra had an incident with Linz on a team bus with a harmonica once.
The Mets, yeah.
Mickey Mantle was the instigator of that incident.
So it was with the Yankees then?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. 1964.
Okay.
Wilkerson steps up. I guess what had happened was Linz was in the back of the bus playing Mary Had a Little Lamb on his harmonica. Yogi Berra shouted back there to knock it off. He didn't want to hear it because the Yankees had lost. And Linz turned to Mickey Mantle and said, "What did Yogi say?" And Mantle said, "Play it louder." Here's the pitch. Going outside for a ball. And needless to say, Yogi went back to the back of the bus and had a field day with a harmonica.
I'll bet he did.
Ted Williams went into the Hall of Fame on this day in 1966. And he advocated for the inclusion of Negro League stars into Cooperstown in his induction speech. Here's the pitch. Curve is slammed on the ground down the first base line. That is going to be a fair ball down into the corner. A run will score. And up to second will go Gillespie, and he will have an RBI double. And it took Mars quite a while to fish that ball out of the corner, Ken. So Gillespie will pick up an RBI double. Hudson Valley on the board. It's a 5-1 game as Lee comes around to score from second. Gillespie picks up RBI number 25 on the year.
Ted retired in 1960.
Yep.
So it took him
6 years.
a couple of ballots
Yep.
to get through to the Hall of Fame. That's amazing to me. I don't quite get that.
Here's Lockwood. He's flied to left and double to left. 1 for 2 on the evening. Spinners lead at 5-1. We're in the sixth. The pitch. Check swing on a high fastball, and he went around for strike one. Pete Rose became the all-time hit leader on this day in 1977 among switch hitters when he collected his 2,881st career hit. It was a single off Pete Falcone and a 9-8 loss to the Cardinals at Busch Stadium. One strike pitch. This one is in there for a called strike. 0-2. Jack Crack extended his hitting streak to 26 games on this day in 1978. Giants beat the Cardinals 3-2 at Candlestick Park. Remember old Candlestick, Ken?
I do remember it. I never had the opportunity to go there, unfortunately.
Here's the pitch. Inside and high. I saw a Giants game back in 1993 there against Atlanta. Game was in April, and the game time temperature was around 50 degrees or less. I think it was around, actually, yeah, it was around 40 degrees. San Francisco gets chilly by the bay in April.
Yes, so. And windy.
0-2 pitch from Wilkerson. Curve is cut on and missed, strike three. And throwing it down to first to Suarez to complete the play. Lockwood strikes out, and the inning is over. We'll have more on Today in Baseball History when we come back. 1 run in the inning for Hudson Valley. There were 2 hits.